All right, so this is a single figure review. This is on my YouTube channel and a lineup of figures. So this right here is one of Arnie Kim's handmade Game of Death figures before Inner Bay, Hot Toys, Storm Collectibles, and all those figures that were mass produced for figure companies. Yeah, this figure's from 2005. And this is a handmade version. This is not Arnie's first version. Arnie's first version was a prototype that he never sold. And then his second version was from 2004 and had glass eyes or acrylic eyes glued behind the head. And following that one, that was a normal sculpt. Following that one was a fighting version in the same year, 2004, with the angry expression. And this was his final handmade Game of Death. And this is the Game of Death Renewal from 2005. So this is also a normal sculpt. Beautiful sculpt. I mean, look at the lightness on that. This was actually the prototype that the sculpt that Arnie was supposed to use for the Interbay first figure release. And it was shown on their website in late 2005. And in 2006, they changed the Interbay 1/6 scale prototype to the first release, as we know. And the paint was horrible, the sculpt wasn't as good. People thought they were gonna get this one, and we're very excited. Arnie only made 7 copies of this Renewal sculpt figure. Like I said, these handmade ones, he sculpted the hands, the shoes, and the head. And from the actual master sculpt, he made a silicone mold and made a few copies out of white resin, and then they were hand painted over. So there again, there's the face. Beautiful sculpt. I mean, he's captured Bruce amazing on this. I believe this is the second best Game of Death sculpt by Arnie. The first best likeness, I believe, was the first prototype, the first Game of Death that 1/6 scale, complete 1/6 scale that Arnie made. I know they made the Art Asylum. I saw that 20 years ago. I saw the Art Asylum custom, the 18-inch one. That one's really cool figure. It's great for the time, 2002. But it's when you see the ones that he started coming out with in 2003, the likeness is a lot better. So yeah, that first prototype 1/6 scale, it wasn't a modified sculpt. It was a 100% sculpt. So that was his first true Game of Death in 2003. And yes, I believe that prototype is even better than this one. This one is, I mean, the likeness on that one is great. On this one right here. This is the Renewal version. So this does not have the glass eyes behind the head. It's a solid sculpt, just like the very first prototype. Okay, so not many people have seen or know about the first prototype. It was on Arnie's blog. Once they see pictures, they probably recognize it. And then as we go down, we can see the rest of the figure there. I'll do another side profile. And I mean, that's just awesome. Look at that profile. You don't get this type of sculpt quality and paint quality with the Interbay and you know, the stuff that they put out by the companies. Just look at that. Turn around there. Yeah, that's definitely Bruce. Got the scar there. And that's it for this one. I'll be doing more single figure reviews in the future, so you can know a little bit more in-depth detail about that figure version. Because when I do a lineup, people often miss the little details, and I don't have enough time to explain everything. So there it is, Arnie Kim's 2005 handmade Game of Death Renewal. Thank you.